Not so long ago, the mention of Aborigines and Moree in the same sentence would almost certainly have been negative. So poor was the reputation of the town in the northwest of New South Wales when it came to race relations. But many in the cotton industry are proud to have had a hand in a homegrown success story, which is now helping Indigenous youngsters across Australia set and achieve some all-important career goals.
Aboriginal people, the original inhabitants of this great land. Please acknowledge the flags of our great southern land.
Proud to be Australian, proud to be Aboriginal. More than 2,000 kids from across the northwest of New South Wales attended Vibe Alive at Moree, a celebration of Indigenous culture, traditional and contemporary. The two-day festival has been travelling around Australia with its emphasis on good health and choosing a career.
We don't have beauty therapists, but we have everything else. There's 300 jobs.
So can you think of any health careers other than doctors and nurses? Who looks after your teeth? Dentist.
So the aims of the festival is to celebrate Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander culture and to tell kids that it's okay to actually talk about and to plan a future for yourself and to talk about what you want to do when you finish school and what kind of career you want to have. Our other aim is to build self-esteem, because if kids don't have a strong self-esteem and they're not proud of who they are and where they come from, they don't really want to plan that much of a future.
We're not about a job. So gone are the days of a job for us. It's about a career. Gone are the days of an Indigenous job seeker. It's purely about an Indigenous career seeker.
The Aboriginal Employment Strategy, or AES, is a homegrown success story in Moree. 14 years after it was established, it's still engaging potential new local employers. Only now, the emphasis has shifted to careers, not just jobs.
Currently, there is over 20% unemployment within Indigenous Australians. That's 4 times larger than non-Indigenous. And in fact, the labour workforce population, majority of those individuals working are in that low-level occupation, predominantly blue-collar rather than white-collar. So the challenge for us, whilst we've had fantastic results and achievements over the last 14 years, the key thing for us is about changing that typical mindset of blue-collar into white-collar and to bring about more Indigenous Australians within the world of work, within the private sector.
Carpenter William Pitt is one of 3 Aborigines working on this social housing contract in Moree. His employer, the Queensland-based construction company McNab, is working with the AES to take on even more apprentices and is offering a university engineering scholarship.
If the company does that there, that means that it gives another opportunity for the young fellows, and that carries over to the next young fellows. If they can see one person as a role model working, their age group, they'll do the same thing. It's all about role models within Aboriginal people.
We've got offices in Brisbane, Townsville and Toowoomba, and we want to try and get Indigenous people involved in all of those offices. And for us, it's having people involved as apprentices, but also to try and get people in to work as contract administrators and project managers more at the professional or white-collar level as well.
The AES started as a cotton industry initiative and came at a time when unemployment, welfare dependency and social dislocation was reaping a rotten harvest.
I lived in Moree and my house had been broken into 4 or 5 times in the last 2 years. People were crying out for the government to fix a problem of Moree, and when you sat and thought about it, no government was going to fix anything, and I thought it was probably my turn to have a go. But there's less damage here than there is over there.
Today, Dick Estens is growing citrus as well as cotton, but his commitment as chairman of the AES remains unchanged. He reckons its grassroots formula of Aborigines helping Aborigines could be grafted onto Indigenous health, education and housing with the same success.
Absolutely. The whole philosophy of the AES is we manage up, we work underneath people, we build self-esteem and pride, and you build can-do and performance by managing the right way. You do not build it like bureaucrats have on Aboriginal people for the last 100 years, managing down on top of them.
From its humble beginnings here in Moree, the Aboriginal employment strategy has spread across Australia, with 13 offices employing more than 80 people and turning over $16 million a year. Now it's working to an ambitious target of starting 5,000 new careers in 3 years. The new emphasis on careers has been well supported by all the major banks.
Initially, when the trainees start, when they're at the beginning of year 11, they'll learn how to greet a customer, how to serve a customer, processing deposits, withdrawals, talking to the customers about any needs that they might have, and then the back office work of actually processing that work.
Emily Collins has just been made a permanent part-time employee, and she has big plans already.
Well, you can always work your way up in the bank, but I'm also hoping to branch out a bit as well and try different things because I am so young. I'd like to go to uni someday as well, but if I do choose to stay in the bank, I would hopefully like to become a branch manager or something along those lines.
You have to count out, make sure there's 15.
Oh, yeah, it's been challenging. Like, at the moment I'm doing my training and, like, I'll serve customers for a bit with supervision, but, yeah, I'm in training at the moment.
It must be nice to go home to the family with a pay packet.
Yeah, it's helpful having extra money as you're at school and, you know, to spend it on what you need and what you want.
You won't need a cash slip for this one. So
there are currently 30 Moree senior high school students taking part in AES programs. That's